You know the feeling. You're an adult with responsibilities, bills in your life that you're trying to build. But last night, when you closed your eyes, you suddenly found yourself standing right back in your old school uniform. You're walking through the old hallways, sitting at a desk that you outgrew years ago. Or worse, realizing you have an exam to write and you haven't prepared for it at all. You wake up with a heavy chest, feeling frustrated and confused. In Western psychology, it wants you to believe that it's just a performance anxiety. But let's look at it in the spiritual reality. In African cosmology, your spirit travels. When it drags you backwards in the time or a place you already left years ago, it is delivering an urgent intelligence report. It means something from your past has anchored you. No filter, no textbook. Hi, my name is Dipuo, voice of the ancestors. When ancestors talk, let's break down 5 critical school scenarios you need to decode right now. If you dream that you are simply back at your old school, sitting in class, wandering the grounds, and you feel completely trapped or unable to leave, you are dealing with the spirit of stagnation. Think about what school represents. It is a place of training. It is a place you're supposed to graduate from. Spiritual reality. If your spirit is residing in your past, it means your life is moving forward on the calendar, but spiritually you are running on a treadmill. This dream manifests when a generational pattern or the spirit of delay has locked your potential. It is a warning that even though you are trying to build a business, a marriage, or a career today, you are operating under an invisible ceiling. Your spirit is telling you that you are currently operating at a low spiritual level than you are destined for. It is time to break the chains of delay. What about that classic nightmare? You're sitting in an exam room, the paper is in front of you, but you don't know the answers. Or you realize that you missed the classes completely. This is a direct indicator of a prophetic cyclic test. Life operates in seasons and cycles. When God or the ancestors are about to elevate you to a higher level of authority, favor, or financial freedom, a test will always appear to check your character. If you keep failing the exam in your dream, it means there's a specific lesson in your waking life that you keep failing. Are you still reacting with the same old anger? Are you still mismanaging your resources? Are you still trusting wrong people? The dream is showing you that you cannot graduate to your next season until you pass the character test of your current one. Now let's look at the twist. What if you are in that old school, but you are not anxious? You are sitting neatly at a desk. There's a teacher at the chalkboard actively instructing you. and you are learning. Context is everything. Stop binding this dream. This is actually a sign of a spiritual training and capacitation. Sometimes the spiritual realm uses imagery of school because your brain understands it is a place of instruction. If the dream is peaceful, it means you are currently in a season of refinement. Your spiritual guides are feeding your spirit with wisdom, preparation, and strategy. You might wake up with a sudden creative idea or a deep insight about your life. Don't fight this season. Be a student of your environment right now, because you are being loaded with the capacity to handle massive weights of your upcoming blessings. What does it mean when you are back at school, but you look down and you're wearing wrong clothes, or you can't find your shoes, or your school bag, or even your books? This points directly to a faulty foundation or an identity crisis. In dream symbolism, a uniform represents identity and belonging. Missing your books or your bag represents a lack of spiritual tools. If you're struggling with this in the dream, it means you're trying to walk into your future while experiencing an external crisis of who you truly are. You're trying to perform at a high level in the physical world, but internally you feel exposed, unprepared, or like an imposter. Your spirit is telling you to stop looking at what others are doing and go back to basics. Fortify your foundation, clear out family projections, and anchor your true identity before you try to complete. If you have a dream where you are at your old school, but you actively pack your things, turn your back on this building, and work out clean of the school gates into the open world, this is an absolute liberation. This means you have officially broken the back of the generational cycles. The lesson have been integrated, the debt have been paid, and the spirit of delay has lost its grip on your name. You have successfully graduated from that past frequency. When you wake up from this, you step out with authority. The stagnation is over. Your path is clear for raw, uninhibited progress. Look, being dragged back to school in your sleep can leave you feeling frustrated. But remember the unshakable rule: we see to redeem, not to remain. If your spirit is showing you that you are stuck in an old classroom, it's a loud call to wake up. Look at your current life habits. Identify the toxic cycles and declare that you are no longer a prisoner of your past. Let's talk in the comments, human to human. Have you been back in your school? Are you trapped, writing an exam, or walking out of the gates? My name is Dibuo, voice of the ancestors. when ancestors talk. Drop your experiences below. Let's decode it together. Hit that subscribe button to keep your spiritual senses sharp. Class is dismissed. Go and claim your future. Until next time.